Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Virgo, a lunar eclipse reading on about the 3rd of March, depending on where you are in the world. Mercury is gone retrograde just very recently, and together is conjuncting the Sun and Venus. So that pulls both Mercury and Venus into the energy of the Sun, which is allowing us to step back and feel, to pull within, to go within as we reevaluate some of our recent actions, words, behaviors, and align them or integrate them with the lessons we have been learning, the things we have observed, and the many changes that we have been making. I'm going to start with the oracle card from the Energy Archaeology, and I'm going to read from the guidebook, but this is a full moon reading, the sun, the moon, past, present, future. So I pulled responsibility, and I'm going to just read a little from this guidebook for anyone who's interested. This beautiful deck, the Energy Archaeology Oracle, is related to the skeletal body. So for those of you that are healers or experiencing a healing, this book is incredibly useful. So responsibility keywords: when in balance is choice, growth, respond. The wisdom reads, you've spent much of your life creating and honing a pattern of response. Conscious or unconscious, it began to form at a very young age and has stayed with your inner child. When you were young, your experiences were wildly out of your control, and this pattern was exactly what you needed at the time to feel safe. Your sense of responsibility to yourself and the larger world around you grew out of this pattern. There's a very different frequency of energy between feeling able to respond and responsibility. Between feeling responsible and taking responsibility. There's an invitation from your energy to feel into the nuance of and understand your relationship with each of these frequencies. When this nuance is mirrored to you through the lens of your burdens, there's only enough space to react. When it's mirrored to you through an understanding of your blessings, you have plenty of space for response. How you heal and nurture the early pattern created by your inner child makes all the difference in how you show up as a responsible adult. When you caretake the needs of your inner child, you release the weight of responsibility and create capacity for responsibility. As an adult, the only thing you can truly control is how you heal and how you respond to life now and to your experiences then. So that's setting the stage for this particular lunar eclipse. The energy of the sun here is a 5 of Swords. What I'm getting from this card is your need to figure something out. You are trying to break something down, an idea, an experience. You're trying to examine it closely in order to find explanations for your experiences of the past and the way that you have structured coping habits and routines that have allowed you to feel safe. But you're aware that those may no longer be suitable, and rather than allow your unconscious energies to control your actions and intentions, you are actually looking to bring clarity, illuminate many of these unconscious habits you've formed. The moon card is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is really quite beautiful as an emblem of the possibilities of this eclipse. This is you standing still, finding stillness, in order to truly look at what it is you desire, where it is you want to go, what path is before you that is appropriate and suitable for where you are now and what your needs are now. This is you not being pressured to hurry up and change, fix, or do anything, but rather to resist that pressure. You are allowing yourself the stillness, the sacredness, this internal moment to simply rest for many of you. In resting, you're aware that it isn't just about not being busy or active, it's actually the necessary space required to heal. If you're always on go, there's never a pause, then there's no opportunity for you to absorb and integrate what it is you're experiencing, learning, healing from. In the present, we have the Hermit card. And this again is another symbol of this ability, the strength, the courage, the fortitude to go within, to trust yourself first and foremost, to be your own authority, to understand that things only impact you by your permission. This is you taking again that sense of doing what is right for you from a place of strength, from a place of openness, being willing to learn what the occasion, circumstance, or relationship calls for, and really allowing yourself to gather up your intelligence, seek your mentors, your teachers, do your own research, uh, relax into your ivory tower, whatever that means to you. And for some of you, it is a meditation practice, a journaling habit, a dream process, whatever way that you find that sense of righteous independence, knowing that when you gain the wisdom, the answers you're looking for, you are perfectly clear that your responsibility is to share that with others. And in the past, the High Priestess, here you have been, it appears, cultivating this stillness, this reflective space for a very long time. This feels like a phenomenal building up of your intuition. In some ways, many of you may have been forced into a kind of a retreat or low active period. And that has afforded you an opportunity to really have the time for yourself. Maybe you've had a job that does not demand a lot from you, or so much that you don't have time to take care of yourself appropriately when you're not working, to really refocus on taking care of self, protecting self, exploring your experiences from the past, reclaiming some sense of authority or purpose in your life. And this is heavily aided by your ancestors, your spirit guides, however you call those spiritual or protective energies around you. They have been with you and around you for quite a while, and this active silence or sacred space you create has given those energies the opportunity, or you the opportunity, to recognize those energies in your life. There's a theme here of not being alone. And I'm suspecting for many of you that that has come out of this sense of loneliness, where you, instead of running away from that, as you might have in the past, for whatever reason, you couldn't run. And that has ended up being the blessing that has imbued you with this entire team that you now recognize that exists on many different levels, on many different spheres. You now invite them in. You now are aware of their energy, and they provide a lot of protection and a lot of restoration of your gifts, those gifts you were born with. In the future, the Queen of Swords. I think you are pursuing new ideas, pursuing the research, the examination of the challenge that you have put before yourself. That challenge seems to revolve around the things that you thought were true. You thought it was true that you were supposed to do certain things in a certain way. You thought that what others expected of you was because it was right for you. You're understanding far more nuance about other people in your lives, relationships, and the separateness necessary, the detachment necessary to really see the truth. The beauty of the Queen of Swords is she does understand detachment. It isn't a way of brushing aside your truth, your reality, your experience. It's a way of clearing your emotions so that you can make choices, understand that you have choices to make. Just as you are choosing to figure something out, you have choices about the alternatives to the way that you have done things. You can do things differently now. And this is the power of allowing that divinity of truth to impact your life, to create a sense of justice and balance for you moving forward. I hope this is resonating for you, Leo. If so, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all of you. I truly love the support that I feel from all of you. So I'm going to clarify the past, the Two of Wands, the Hermit with the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. And I see the Seven of Cups actually has another card underneath the Queen of Pentacles here, right? So in the past, the Queen, the High Priestess, is clarified by the Two of Wands. This is giving far more strength to the sense of reclamation you're experiencing. So not only are perhaps your ancestors, your BFF, your true friends are supporting this idea of the right path for you, the natural unfoldment of your talents. And that is helping you to own your talents, own your courage and strength. And that is giving rise to this need to grow, to break up the routine, to change the habits, to recognize that things have been the same for a little too long. And you're now looking at those opportunities and expecting opportunities for change, looking at the way that you can impact new places, new people, new communities in the world, and unlikely places where you can grow, where you can be affected, you can be learning something new. So this is beautiful energy that extends this idea of self-reflection, right? You're reflecting upon who you are and what you know you do well, the gifts you know you possess, in order to plan something different. I like that. For the present, we have the Hermit card clarified by the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. This is the hard-working Leo, I know. This is the Leo that is so in flow, so in alignment with the joy of life, the joy of life's abundance, that knows how to work, be productive, and support that alliance among those with whom you work. So this gives me the feeling of your critical role in whatever work you do, perhaps equally your anchoring role in a family situation or a community where you are seen as somebody who knows how to get the job done, and you gladly help others to find their own pace, their own strength, their own alignment, so they too can be as productive as you. This is the card of a worker who is generous, who is in balance. The Seven of Cups shows this leading to multiple opportunities in the future. You have many options. So these are not just ideas and new ways of doing things. These are new ways of feeling. And part of what you are understanding in this more evolved appreciation of your routines and habits and the ways you've learned to cope in the past, that there are healthier alternatives to coping with your situation, healthier ways to take care of yourself, not necessarily by indulging in material excesses, perhaps, but by pursuing the unfoldment, the flowering of your own talent and gifts. This can also relate to the whole package, not only the sense of powerful independence, but also powerful partnerships, deep connections with friends, families, loved ones, special companions, special friends, that those exist for you. And you're really thinking about uh, developing a deeper relationship. You're feeling yourself on the verge of readiness. And it looks to me like you may have felt ready for a long time, but you have been more exploring. And this can also be your activity, dating, meeting people, making connections. But you're aware that they aren't all equal options. Some are better than others, and there is quite possibly someone who is capable of caring for you in the way that you are capable of caring for them. So, whatever relationship exemplifies your best experience of loving, giving, that is what you now recognize you are deserving back. And your standards have necessarily changed, they've elevated, and you don't need just anyone, you need the right one. In the future, the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. You're really looking to change your money story big time. And in fact, this is absolutely linked with the way you're changing how you define yourself. You're turning away from how others define you. And this is really connected to the way you're trying to figure something out. You're trying to understand something better because you understand now that you have been shaped by how others defined you. And that is no longer adequate for you. It falls far short of what you expect for yourself. The way you define yourself opens up many more possibilities, emboldens you to move outside of what is familiar to you, to move beyond a safe environment. This can be taking classes, going to school, getting a credential, or investing in some kind of training as well, putting you into an environment that may feel tough initially, but it's healthy. Healthy competition, a healthy exposure to the world of ideas and ways of doing things that can only help us to expand our awareness of the diversity of the world and your possible place within it. I'm going to finish up this reading with a yogic path oracle, and I saw ahimsa first. Excuse me. And I'm going to read from the guidebook. Let me find it first. Okay, so ahimsa represents nonviolence. You've been observant of how your thoughts affect your actions and how your actions reflect the quality of your life. Through actively changing your internal monologue, you are manifesting a heightened state of consciousness and a new paradigm. Continue to fine-tune your inner language to radiate compassion, joy, and peace. Even the most disciplined yogis still look in the mirror and think negative thoughts about themselves, get frustrated when stuck in traffic, or speak words to a loved one that don't radiate pure love. These moments are your guru, reminding you of where you still need to grow. Overcoming your triggers facilitates growth. Each time you feel the voice of negativity come through, sing back to it words of ahimsa, compassion. You'll quickly find these words echoed back by all those you encounter. Thank you, Leo, for this lovely reading. Until next time, namaste.